What's going on, everybody? Admin Static here of the Nerds of Combat page. What's going on? Back with another video for you guys. Today I'm going to be talking about a particular fight that's been going around. There's a little debate. This one doesn't really bother me much. I understand why people debate about it, and it's actually a good one. But there are some factors that weigh from one side more than the other, and we're about to get into that. So, today's little matchup that we're going to talk about is Jiren versus Dragon Ball Super Broly. Now we got a lot of mixed people on this one, and you can't really say someone's dumb on this one. You can't. Both of these characters are respectfully powerful in their universe, very powerful in their own universe. This isn't like something like a Naruto versus Goku matchup or stuff like that. This is an actual legit good match to go up against, and this you can actually debate both sides, but one side has more evidence than the other of who the victor would be. Now, who would I choose to be the victor in this fight? Who do I believe is the more powerful fighter in this and will come out on top? It would be Jiren. There's a lot of there's actually quite a bit of evidence that supports Jiren would be able to do this, take this fight. Let's start off with the fact of let's look at all this is going to play into like scaling and feats and stuff like that. We're all going to play into that, and then the pros and cons and all that good stuff. So with Jiren, throughout the whole Tournament of Power, all right, Jiren was nerfed during the whole Tournament of Power, and he couldn't be touched. You had Goku and Vegeta pushed to the very limits to even compete with this guy, and they still couldn't compete with this guy. This man was barely trying in their strongest forms. They couldn't budge him in their strongest forms, with the exception of Master Ultra Instinct. Not Ultra Instinct, but Master Ultra Instinct. They couldn't even touch him. They couldn't even put a dent in him. They couldn't do nothing to him. Whereas to where you had Broly, to where he did go Super Saiyan, not Legendary Super Saiyan. When he went Super Saiyan, fighting up against the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, they were still exchanging blows. Broly was feeling those hits, but Broly just keeps coming. Jiren didn't feel none of that shit. You didn't get that shit with Jiren. Goku wasn't able to even touch this guy. Vegeta and Goku at the same time, with Kaioken times 20 and Perfect Blue. Broly didn't even fight those forms. He didn't fight a Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue Goku. He didn't fight a Evo Blue Vegeta. He didn't fight those characters. Well, he fought those characters, but he didn't even fight those forms, which were more powerful than the forms, which are more powerful than the forms that he actually took on. Why they didn't use those abilities? Goku doesn't have an excuse why he didn't use Kaioken, because he can do it at any given time. Vegeta, maybe he hasn't quite mastered how to actually utilize Super Saiyan Blue to its full extent, or like completely at will. Not like Ultra Instinct. Ultra Instinct, Goku can't do it at all. But Vegeta could probably do it, but he doesn't know how to utilize it properly. Let me get over here real quick. Doesn't know how to utilize it properly. So Vegeta kind of has an excuse, Goku doesn't. But we didn't see Broly go up against those forms. Now, remember, in the Tournament of Power, Jiren took on both of these both Kaioken Blue and Perfect Blue at the same time, when they could not touch him. They couldn't touch him. He was still beating their ass, just obliterating Goku and him. It took Frieza, 17, Goku, and Vegeta to put a dent in this dude after a long drawn out fight of him getting tired. Now, this is where also too he took on Master Ultra Instinct, where Master Ultra Instinct does have a power up, but not by much as people was putting it. Master Ultra Instinct has a small power up, but the hacks behind it, as far as the body moving on its own, he's moving before his opponent reacts and everything already. So like it's already, his body's already in motion. So it's kind of hard to deal with something that you can't hit. And Jiren did hit him. Jiren did get a hold of him. Jiren bounced him around. Jiren overpowered Master Ultra Instinct when they had clashes and stuff like that. Like, he overpowered Master Ultra Instinct. But because of the fact that Goku was able to dodge more, he was able to land more hits due to him being able to stay out the way more often than Jiren, he got the upper hand. And then eventually, you know, we all know what happened. He got the backlash from Master Ultra Instinct. But Jiren held his own against Master Ultra Instinct Goku, and technically he was not at full power. Yes, he powered up to his fullest that he was capable of at that time of what he had left. He wasn't at 100% when he fought Master Ultra Instinct. He went at full power to what he had left. That's context behind that in case you guys don't know it. When he went full power against Master Ultra Instinct, it wasn't 100% of all the power he's capable of. It was full power of what he had left during the Tournament of Power. So let's knock that out the way. Now, moving over to Broly, like I said, he took over both blues in their basic forms. No evolution, no Kaokens, none of that. He took those on, he took those two on, and yes, he was getting the better of them. He got the better of them, but they were still actually exchanging blows. They were flinging Broly through mountains. They were still hurting him. But he just kept coming. They ran out of stamina, he didn't. You got it to a point to where like Broly was slamming him on the ground, and just like the fucking Hulk and everything like that. Like then they had no choice but to fuse. Now, when they fuse, you get Gogeta. Gogeta at his base form was manhandling Broly in his in his legendary Super Saiyan form. He was manhandling Broly in his Super Saiyan form. Now, also too, Broly was fighting to kill. Broly was fighting everyone to kill. He didn't kill anybody. He couldn't kill anybody. He fought Frieza for a whole hour, and he could not put Frieza down. He just kept fighting Frieza, and Frieza just kept fighting him. Yes, we saw Frieza was getting his ass beat, but he couldn't put Frieza down. If y'all understand that. Jiren is stronger than Frieza. Jiren could have put Frieza down. In the turn power, Jiren was handicapped because of the fact that he was not allowed to kill anybody. If Jiren was allowed to kill anybody, that turn would have been over from the get-go. Not like, even in their strongest capabilities, Jiren would have waxed their ass. He was handicapped. Jiren wasn't allowed to kill. Broly was, and he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it to the characters that was taking on Jiren in the Tournament of Power. They're scaling for you. Also too, experience ties into this. Jiren is more level-headed and experienced fighter. He's been in actual battles. Broly has not. You saw how Broly adapts as he fights, but he doesn't adapt as a fighter. He adapts, his power adapts. His power was adapting throughout the fight until he reached his capacity, at least his current capacity. So based off of everything we've seen with these characters, like who they gone up against and how they put people down and stuff like that, Jiren has the win in this fight. He's going to put Broly down. Now, this does not mean that Broly does not have the potential to put down Jiren. Eventually, Broly will be stronger than Jiren if they bring him back into the franchise. For all we know, he's probably not even going to be in Super no more. They probably did that with him. He went away about his business, and that's it. We don't know what they're going to do. They made a suggestion that Frieza's going to go back for him, but I don't see that happening because Broly kind of realizes what he's going to do, and Goku's already trying to befriend him. So I don't see Frieza actually going back to get him on his side. So we don't know what they're going to do with Broly. But at the end all be all, Jiren is going to take that fight. He just has the better feats. He took on and matched and went toe to toe for a good minute with Master Ultra Instinct Goku. Almost put him down, But because of the Master Ultra Instinct's capabilities of moving before your opponent and float, that whole body flowing and all that bullshit and everything like that, that gave him the edge to outlast Jiren. And he ended up putting Jiren down, but it backfired. Y'all know the story. He went up against Evo Blue. He went up against Kaioken times 20. Broly did not go up against any of this stuff and still kind of struggled. When he went up against base form Gogeta was waxing his ass. Super Saiyan Gogeta was waxing his ass. And we're not even going to talk about Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. That was just embarrassing for Broly. And they really wasn't trying to kill Broly until Blue. When he was Blue, he's like, okay, he's gonna keep coming. Like he's not gonna stay down. So we're going to put him down. We're going to kill him. And they try to kill him. Jiren will kill Broly right off the bat. Like no. So that's pretty much how that goes, man. So Jiren takes the win over Broly. Based off of the feats and stuff alone, the experience, the power scaling and everything like that. But Broly does, especially being a Saiyan, he does have the ability to surpass Broly. Oh, not Broly, Jiren. Also, too, remember, it stated that Jiren is stronger than some of the God of Destructions, but not specifically Beerus. It was hinted that he's stronger than Beerus, because Whis mentions like, yeah, there's a mortal out there that's even more powerful than Beerus. Right now, everyone thinks it's Jiren. Everyone thinks Jiren is that mortal. He may or may not be. We didn't get a complete confirmation on it when he showed up. They say he's close to Beerus and everything like that from what he's shown, but we don't know if he was the actual mortal that Whis was talking about. If he is, there you go, because Beerus is stronger than fucking Broly. Because even Goku says that, like, hey, Broly, you're close to Beerus' level, man. I need to train with you to get better. So, like, that alone, this confirmation from the characters. But with that being said, this is Admin Static of the Nerds of Combat group. Please check us out when you get a chance, and y'all have a good day. Stay tuned for more videos and matches and stuff like that. Talk about. Enjoy yourselves.